Hi everybody, Amy here from Knit Collage. It has been a while since I have been on YouTube, but I'm back and I'm so thrilled to be here today to tell you about our 2024 Winter Solstice Kits. I worked so hard on these when I was in India 2 weeks ago. They are next level. We have ratcheted it up a notch from what we did last year, so I can't wait to dive into all the nitty-gritty details with you on them right now. Now, if you're new to Knit Collage and to our business and our YouTube channel, you might be wondering what the heck is a Winter Solstice Kit? So let me share about that really quickly before I dive into the colors and the details. So a Winter Solstice Kit is a countdown yarn calendar. So the way it works is we ship you 12 mini skeins of yarn that are all wrapped individually. It's a surprise. You don't know which skeins you're ordering, and that's the fun of it. And they're all numbered 1 through 12. And the idea is that you unwrap one each day or every other day over the course of the month of December. So we ship these out mid to late November. Of course, it's up to you. You could decide you want to open them all at once, or you could spread it out over the course of many months. It's completely up to you. So they're a lot of fun. The idea is to interject some beauty, creativity, some lightness, some joy, maybe a little self-care into a month that's traditionally pretty stressful and overwhelming with the holidays. And it is an opportunity for me as the yarn designer to create yarns I've never created before and to think about these 12 mini skeins as a capsule collection in a different way than I think about the normal yarn lines that we offer out into the world. They are limited editions, so we're just running them for this year, this season, and then they're done. Then we move on to something new next year. So the Winter Solstice kits that we offered in 2023, they were awesome. We keep getting requests to bring them back, and maybe we will someday, but I don't think so. They're done and over, and now it's on to the next. So with all that in mind, I would love to tell you about the three different colorways we have planned this year. So I mentioned I was in India I think it was just mid-May, and just came back. I spent so much time working on these, and the way I approached these three combos was different than the way I did with the combos in 2023. So the combos in 2023 were a rainbow and they were a gradient, but we started at red and we ended at purple, and that was that. These colors and these three options that I'll tell you about next are a circular gradient. So color number 1 flows into color number 2 and then 3 and so on. And once you get to color number 12, it perfectly flows into color number 1. So it's this gradient circle, and all the colors work seamlessly together with the one before it and the one after it. So they're numbered, these mini skeins are numbered 1 through 12, but number 12 and number 1 will also work beautifully together. You could begin your project, if you are knitting or crocheting with it, at number 6, and it'll all work in a perfect gradient. So it's really different than what we've done in the past. And I didn't even realize I was doing this as I was going, but then when the idea dawned on me, I knew I had to make it happen for all three combos, and that it was such a cool idea and such a fun design challenge for me, and so different from how I normally think about the yarn collections that we put out into the world. So I created these using math, our knitter's best friend, right? So each yarn has a fiber recipe. It's a mathematical recipe. So it was really easy for me to tweak these recipes to seamlessly flow into the other and make sure that they're a gradient of the yarn before it and the yarn after it. So you don't have to just take my word for it. The math is there, and the combos are absolutely beautiful because of it as well. So that's how these color combos work. We're offering this year for 2024, our Winter Solstice Kit add-ins. We won't offer them again. I do not foresee a world where we do that. So, okay, there are 3 color options available. Now, each of these 3 has a big Pinterest board that I'm going to link to below here. And I want to encourage you to go check out that Pinterest board for each of these color combinations, because they're going to give you an idea of the colors, and they're also going to give you some hints on what the yarns might be that are included in these color combos. But before I go into the color combos, I'll say that within each of the 3 options, within each collection for the Winter Solstice Kit, in each color combo, you'll get 6 skeins of yarn that are yarns we currently sell on the site, but all new colors, and 6 mini skeins of yarn that are a yarn we do not sell on the site. Totally different, something we've never offered before. But all the yarns are completely new color combos. So none of them have ever been out in the world before. So the first color combo is the Iridescent Star. This one was very dear to my heart. It was the one that was calling to me to be designed first. You can think of it like the wings of a butterfly or an iridescent sequin that you see almost like a neon rainbow sherbet colorway in, like that. So I'll guide you to the Pinterest board, but that's where I was thinking, very light and sparkly, but still a subtle rainbow. So that's the iridescent sparkle star combo. So beautiful. The next combo is really different, almost the opposite of that. It's the Nebula / Galaxy combo. This combo has a lot of purple and pink in it, and it's dark, and it's got darks, but it's also rainbow. So it's sort of like the dark iridescent sequin is this combo. It's really bright, very vibrant, also has sparkle, lots of purple. We get asked for a lot of purple, and I wanted to use that in this color combination as a challenge to myself, since so many people ask me for purple. So those 2, they kind of go together as a pair. And then the third color option is completely different. I really wanted something that felt totally different from those. Those kind of have this outer space feeling, the sparkle vibe. It's totally different. So the next combo is the Rhinebeck Weekend combo. And this combo is very cozy fall Rhinebeck Weekend vibe. So I was actually picturing an Andrea Mowry sweater when I was designing it. And I didn't have a specific one in mind, just kind of a general feeling or picture in my mind of her and her photo shoots where she's outside in a beautiful fall forest wearing some beautiful sweater. That was my vision that I was going with there. Unlike the other combos, this has no pink in it. So I really wanted to challenge myself to do no pink. I love pink. I tend to put pink in everything. I wanted this to feel really different in fall. And I mean, it might even be my favorite one. It's so beautiful from in a completely different way than the other 2 combos. So definitely go check out the Pinterest board for this. I was thinking about, fall foliage, campfires, how I imagine when friends meet up to go to Rhinebeck, this big fiber festival that us knitters and crocheters love, and getting around a campfire or even just the fireplace inside their house, wherever they're staying, and knitting together. Like that was the kind of vibe that I wanted to bring to the Rhinebeck Weekend color option. So there are these 3 options. You've got the Iridescent Star, Nebula Galaxy, and Rhinebeck Weekend. They're all very different. You can, of course, order one, or you can order all 3. It's totally up to you. The way the ordering works is you order now. We're going to have the orders open for 1 week, and then we ship mid to late November for you to open anytime you see fit. I think I mentioned already, it's 12 mini skeins of yarn, and they're each 17 yards within these mini skeins. Now, these are all going to work up. They're a bulky weight yarn, so we recommend a size US 17 needles for these. I'm a really loose knitter, so I knit them more on a 15, but most people will knit them on a 17. And we're gonna do something really different this year. So most people will probably go for the option that is the 17 yarn midi skein option. So where you get the 12 mini skeins in either of the 3 combos. What happened this time when I was in India is that I had made full skeins of all of these yarns for each of the 3 combos. And then at the end of my trip, I wanted to take, my Winter Solstice Kit samples home with me. And I asked the team there to make them into 17 yarn mini skeins. So they went from full skein to 17 17 yard mini skeins. And it was really sad to see them go from big skein to small mini skein. And they're still gorgeous in the mini skein option, but the big full skein version of the 12 skeins all together is just so over the top amazing and luxe. You could make an incredible gradient sweater with these. So we decided this time that we're actually going to offer a full skein version as well. So if you want, you can order the full skein version. I'll include the pricing for both of those in the description below. I can't recall off the top of my head what we decided on there. So let me just double check that and I'll put it below. But this is for someone who knows that they definitely want to make a sweater with these, or a blanket, or something really like next level amazing, or knows, you know what, this is like, I'm a super fan and these are one of a kind yarns. We're never going to be able to get these again. I'm just going to go for it. Especially the yarns that have trims in them. When you cut it down to a 17 yard mini skein, you'll get some of the trims, but not all of them. So in the full skein version, you're really going to have the entire yarn. You're going to be able to see it the exact way that I designed it, which is really fun. Now, both are amazing. With the mini skein version that's just 17 yards, it's going to be off the hook too. And we may even have some surprise extras in those kits, both options. So that's that. Now, one other thing I want to mention that we are going to include this time around, which we ended up including last year, but it was a surprise. It was a spur of the moment thing. We are going to have a knitted pattern that will work with the 17 yard mini skein Winter Solstice Kit. We're going to have a pattern. It's going to be a small pattern to wear as, I'm just going to say, it's going to be a surprise, but it's going to be to wear around your neck. That's all I'm going to say. And we are going to offer this pattern for free as part of the Winter Solstice Kit order. So should you order it, you'll get that pattern for free when the kits are sent out to you. And we're also going to run this as a challenge, and you will get free access to our challenge, which means you will get a course on how to knit that design from start to finish, taught by myself. And also we're going to run this 10-day challenge where you can knit this beautiful thing, which I can't tell you what it's going to be, over the course of 10 days. It'll start January 1 to January 10. So it'll give you time to open your kit during December, whenever you like, and then we'll knit this together as a community from Jan 1 to Jan 10. So included in any of the Winter Solstice Kit options that you order is that free pattern and the video course and the challenge where we knit as a community. So what that's going to look like is Zooms. We'll have daily Zooms where we meet daily or every other day. I haven't worked that out yet, where we meet as a community to ask questions and share our progress. We'll have a private Facebook group and of course the class. So that's a kind of fun bonus that's going to come as part of these Winter Solstice Kits. Now, like I said, these are going to be available for a week only. So they're going live on, let me just make sure I have it right, Wednesday, June 5th at 10 a.m. and they'll be live for a week. We have a certain amount that we can make in order to get them by November when we need to ship them out to all of you. So I encourage you to order early just to make sure you secure your spot. We are, the yarns take a really long time. One of the yarns is a double spin process, so it takes a long time to make these, which is why they're so special too. But I encourage you to order early if you know that you want to get in on this, because we may shut it down early if we need to, just if we get to max capacity, especially if folks are into the full skein version. I have no idea if people will be, but just in case. All right, so I think that was everything. I hope I got everything. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'm super excited about these. I'll link to the Pinterest boards. I'll link to the pricing. I will link needle and gauge info so you can have that. And just holler if there's anything else at all that I can answer for you. I'm super excited to bring these out in the world. I worked on these. I worked on these a lot. Most of the trip I was working on these in India, and it was so much fun. So I can't wait to see them in your yarn baskets becoming things out in the world. All right, thank you so much. Bye.